What's up, y'all? This is your girl, Rosita, a.k.a. Miss Ssipp with Ssipp on Radio. And as you know, you will be sipping on a taste of everything, okay? So, first, I would like to give a shout out to Yo Gotti for doing his good deeds in the community and stuff. He gave the entire Tennessee middle school uniforms. So, for those who feel as though their rappers don't be doing, their part, okay. So there you go, right there, okay. So, and for y'all Missy Elliott fans, Missy Elliott just dropped another album after 13 years. So shout out to Missy Elliott. I am a fan of Missy Elliott, so I can't wait to hear it. So y'all already know she is the bomb, yeah. So y'all new artists that's out there, look out, because the old artist is coming back for you. That's right. Old school. Ain't nothing like it. Ain't nothing like what they do. Yeah. Instead of going after other people and stuff, they actually do music that people love, not just attacking other people, stuff that anybody can enjoy, dance to, I know y'all know Missy Elliott, so shout out to her. And Sandra Cunningham, age of 18 years old, partnered with Target to sell her award-winning skincare line in celebration of Black History Month. So shouts out to her. That is so awesome, 18 years old. So now, y'all, okay, the 5K run. So September the 18th, I am doing the 5K run in Forest Park. So if y'all want to sign up with me and be a part of my team, y'all make sure that y'all reach out to me, and let me know it's $20 before the 28th, and on the day of the 28th, it will be $25 to sign up. But I will have a table. I got a couple of people from the radio station, 1100 AM, that want to be a part of it as well. So y'all come on out, y'all support, everything that's going on. It will be fun. And it's not just a run. You're not just running. It's a walk, run. You see what I'm saying? So come on out, 5K, walk, run. And September the 21st, I will be doing the celebrity bowl-a-thon. So y'all come on out there. I will have the information and stuff. I can't remember that because I didn't write it down. I just thought about it right now. So, that's September the 21st. So go to my page. I will share the flyer so you'll be able to know what's going on and stuff. But it's a lot of major celebrities going to be there. And I am also bowling in the Celebrity Bowl-a-thon as well. So, okay, y'all. My topic for today, and I want to say shout outs to AC Battle. And the call-in number is 404-603-8770. That is 404-603-8770. And for all of my listeners and stuff and my followers and fans that's overseas, it is 888-926-7562. So I don't want to leave y'all out because I got a lot of supporters that is overseas. Okay, so AC Battle is my Facebook winner for the topic. As I told y'all once before, that I will be looking at people topics on Facebook and choose someone to be a winner that I will use their topic on the radio. So his topic is it okay to change a child's last name to the stepfather's last name? And like I said, 404-603-8770 is the call-in number. Is it okay to change your child's last name to the stepfather's last name? Okay, so Miss Carolyn Land on his page, I went to his page now and researched what some of the, his people had to say. Miss Carolyn Land said if the stepfather has adopted the child, she sees no problem. Okay? And Brandy Cooper said yes, if he has stepped up. Okay? And Ezell Wooden said it depends if it's out of spite. if it's out of spite or not. Because, some women, they do stuff out of spite, and they were like, okay, well, if you're not going to be here, and a lot of women does spite because of they want the guy, and the guy don't want them. So, then they do stuff just because another guy's in their life. They decide that, basically, I'm going to make him mad by doing this. And like I said once before on another show, you're only hurting the child when you're doing stuff out of spite, okay? So, on my page, Miss Terry Nesbitt said, "It's Karma in the house." Wanted to say hello. Okay, what's up? It's Karma. That's her stage name. It's Karma. And AC Battle also commented on his post. He said she can't change his genetics or identity, so why change the name? Okay, and I agree with that. Not just about the genetics or identity, but why change the name? The thing is, it is not that man's child. Okay, so why would you change a child's name to another man's another man's name? For the simple fact that you got to think about what's going to happen on down in the future. Not just right now you feeling some type of way. What if you and that man don't work out? And then this child got this man's name. Okay, but think about people find their relatives, relatives that they don't know through last names. Last names is very important. So if you're not going to give that child the real father's last name, I suggest that you give that child, you keep your last name. Let the child keep your last name. But to give him another man's name, that will confuse the generations on down, not just with this child right here, because this child is going to grow up, might be confused, you might tell them what's going on. But in reality, just think about his grandkids, his kids, his grandkids, his great-grandkids and stuff, and how it would affect their lives. Okay, Corey Banks said, he would never, now this is a guy, all the other people that I read other than AC Battle, this is a guy that commented on his post. He said he would never want a child's name to be changed to his. He don't care if the father there or not. And I feel like a lot of guys should want that. Every guy should want that. If it's not your child, then why would the child will have your last name? It's okay for the child to have his or her father's last name or the mother's last name for the reasons of the inheritance on down the line, so they'll be able to research their family members and stuff. Okay, but if this child has a last name that has nothing to do with them, their bloodline, okay, it can confuse the children and the grandkids and the great-grandkids on down the line. Okay, so that's why people end up marrying relatives and stuff like that and don't know that they're relatives. You can confuse the generation on down the line. People having kids by people and don't even tell the other person that that's their father. Women doing stuff out of spite and stuff. And y'all really need to stop that, okay? You really, really need to stop it. Okay. So now we're going to go to one of my songs here. We're going to take a little break, and then we're going to talk about these 436 people hospitalized, sick from McDonald's salads. Okay? What's up, y'all? I wish y'all could hear the music. Let me see now. Just, is there a way I could turn the headphones up so they can hear the music through the thing?
Yeah. I mean, you turn on just like this.
Okay.
But just when usually what people do is they'll just set them up here like this. I don't want it to fall, but because your mic's where your mic down here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometimes people just set them there like that, so they can hear it coming through the speaker.
Okay.
But you just need to be careful if it's too loud. Then you'll get feedback.
On this.
Oh yeah.
So when they watching the live and stuff, they can take in.
Yeah, it's got to be careful if it's too loud. Don't let it come back on the mic. Then it's feedback.
Okay.
Because essentially this is getting picked up by this, so it'll be feedback. That's why I think. Yeah, people do that. That's all.
Thank you. So y'all, call the number is 404-603-8770.
Ain't no way, babe. Ain't no way. It ain't no way for me to love you. If you won't let me. Stop trying to be someone you're not. Hardcore cruel is a man who paid too much for what he got. And if you need me, like you say you do. Oh, then, baby, don't you know me? It ain't no way. I tell you that it ain't no way, baby. No, it just ain't no way. It sure ain't no way. It ain't no way for me to love you. If you won't let me.
What's up, y'all? This is your girl, Rosita, a.k.a. Miss Ssipp, with Ssipp on Radio, where you sip on a taste of everything. You heard me? So, we're going to talk about 436 people got sick over McDonald's salads. Okay, 20 are hospitalized. So, basically, if you have eaten a McDonald's salad lately and you feel some type of way and don't know why, you probably need to go to the hospital and get checked out because they have 20 people hospitalized, 436 people have gotten sick. So, y'all know this fast food stuff is something else. You know, they putting all type of stuff in the food. FDA is approving stuff and then come back 2 years later and then saying it's no good. So you just can't go by what people are saying. If you want to eat healthy, eat healthy. Majority of the time, I feel as though you need to start back. We need to start back raising, doing our own stuff. It's really sad that people are getting sick trying to eat healthy. You're eating a salad and getting sick. Eating a salad and getting sick. And, okay, speaking of fast food, let's talk about Popeye's chicken. So I know y'all see my live video. For those that's on my Facebook page and stuff, you see my live video that I was talking about the Popeye's chicken and stuff. People are making fools of themselves, going to Popeye's fighting over chicken. What is wrong with the world today? I mean, there is no chicken in the world that is that good to where y'all got to be acting a fool and fighting over chicken. Okay, so I've seen all type of videos. I've seen people that's making their little skits and stuff, talking about the chicken and the pickle tastes like chicken and all that stuff. Me personally, I feel as though if you grew up around women that knew how to cook, then you wouldn't be going so crazy over a piece of chicken, because you would have grown up with women that knew how to cook chicken or whatever else they be cooking and stuff. So it's women fighting, got kids with them. It's one video that I seen, one grown man jumped through a window fighting the lady at the drive-through. You know, it's sad. It's sad that y'all are stooping that low, and I feel as though it's taking you back 200 years. Everything that we have been trying to accomplish in this world, you know, it took y'all to get some chicken to look low, to look like y'all ain't learned nothing, to look like y'all don't want anything. It's really sad. You know, and the call-in number is 404-603-8770 for those who want to comment on it, or those who feel as though that you don't agree with what I got to say. So come on and call in. But I feel as though it's taking you back. You know, y'all really need to think about how you're looking, sitting there. You might as well put on the black faces and some white lips and go doing a dance and stuff, because that's how a lot of these videos is looking. You're looking real crazy. I hear singing songs and stuff over some chicken. You know, giving Popeyes free advertising. That's what you're doing. And one guy posted up a video that it was worms in his chicken. So just to let you know. But next, we're going to talk about R. Kelly. Yeah, R. Kelly is begging, and not just on his songs. He's begging to raise money from his fans and celebrities and stuff to pay his bills. Now, he should have thought about that while he was messing with them kids. You want to get in jail, but you should have paid your bills before you went to jail, because evidently you didn't think that you was going to go to jail for messing with them babies and stuff, that you didn't have your stuff together. Because he done got off so many times, you know, that he feel as though that he was untouchable. But, you know, the truth will prevail, and now you stuck. Okay, so we're going to play some more music for y'all, but just think about that. The number is 404-603-8770. And like I said, 404-603-8770. So y'all call in, get y'all comments, let me know what y'all want. Let Ssipp on Radio listeners hear your opinion about everything.
Just getting in about to check my message. No one is called but my homies and some bill collectors. Cellular, bring somebody wants to borrow money. I two-way her, she don't hit me back, something is funny. So I called her mother's house and asked her had she seen my baby. Roll my six around looking for that missing lady. Got back in, turn the TV on and called
Reginald.
Then I put my hand on my head, cause I'm so confused.
Wonder.
And then I turned the TV down, cause I thought I heard a squeaky sound.
Prince.
Something's going on
Stars, Real, Terry,
cause I know nobody else lives here.
Charles, Eddie, William, Glenda, Rena, Keelan, Christopher,
and then I hear my baby's boy in my
Willie, Steven.
screaming out, you're contagious, touch me, baby, give me what you got. Then a man said, sexy lady, drive me crazy.
Y'all call the number 404
I ran downstairs, looked in the closet, looking for that. Said a prayer, 'cause only God knows what I'm gonna do. What I saw was enough to drive a preacher wild. I'm in the hall, contemplating, not in my own damn house. As I get closer to the stairways, all I hear, and then I hear my baby's voice in my ear, screaming. What the hell is going on between the sheets in my home?
Baby, wait, let me explain before you start to point your cane.
Girl, I'm about to have a fit.
Oh, it's about to be some. How did I get into this? Should've never came home with this.
You low down dirty woman, back to where you come from.
But baby, wait.
But wait, now, hit the street, your is grand.
I missed the bigs before you're done.
Wait, how you know my name, son?
Honey, wait, I was gonna tell you.
Move, this cat looks real familiar. Now don't I know you from somewhere a long time ago?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I feel I know you, brother, very well.
No, you're mistaking me for somebody, yeah.
Shut up! Can't you see two men are talking? Thought I told you to get to walking. Now I think y'all better leave this place, 'cause I'm about to catch a case. You're contagious. Touch me, baby. Give me what you got. That's what she said. Sexy lady, drive me crazy, drive me wild. And then he replied, you're contagious. Touch me, baby. Touch me. Give me what you got. Give me what you got. Sexy lady, drive me crazy, drive me wild. Yeah.
What's up, y'all? This is your girl Rosita, aka Miss Ssipp with Ssipp on Radio, where you sip on a taste of everything, honey. It is what it is. Okay, I have a caller on the phone, Miss Wanda from Texas. How you doing, Wanda?
Hey, beautiful. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing, lovely?
I'm fantastic. I'm not going to hold you long. I just want to make a couple of comments in regards to that Popeye's chicken fiasco thing going on.
Yes.
I think it's much deeper than about about a sandwich. We have so many unhealed emotions in the Black community that I think that this is just a symptom of what is going on in our communities. I mean, because because it's really, when you look at it, I mean, you're right about, I do agree with you, it is free advertisement for Popeyes, and they're going to exploit the Black people as much as possible. But if the people that are not paying attention, this is so much more than just somebody wanting a chicken sandwich.
Exactly.
We're the most we, as Black people, we are consumers. We pay trillions and trillions of dollars for all types of products and food and different things. This country is ran off of our money. If people would just research and just pay attention to what's really going on. And so, but this to me it has a much more deeper, profound meaning than just about a sandwich. People, literally out here, fighting because, if you think about it, it's ridiculous. And of course, they're going to make it appear as if, they're fighting about a sandwich, but that's not what it is. It has so much more. It's so much more deeper than that.
Exactly.
And if they would just look and pay attention, that Black lady that comes on the television when they're showing Popeye's chicken, she's just a front person.
Yeah.
She doesn't own Popeye's chicken. It's a white lady that owns Popeye's chicken.
Exactly. She's just the face.
She's just the face of it. That's it. And we spend so much money on just being consumers. I mean, just trillions and trillions of dollars. If we would take half of that money and put it back in our communities, we could be so much further along. Put it into our schools, build hospitals, build our own libraries, do all kinds of things. There's so much stuff that we can do with the money that we're shelling out on crazy stuff.
Exactly.
But that's just my little sip on it. So,
Well, I appreciate you coming to sit with me. But the thing is, I really feel as though, like, the advertising that they give in Popeyes, the advertising that they give different people that really don't care anything about them, why aren't they supporting their friends and family and giving them that same type of advertisement?
Because they've been asleep for so long that they don't recognize that it's not that we're being used, and so they know that how much money as Black people that we spend in the United States.
Exactly.
They know, but the people that are asleep don't know. These are consumers. These are people that want to be the first ones to stand in line to get the TV, or the first one to stand in line to get the phone, or the first one, to say that they did this or did that.
Exactly.
These are people that value things versus value who they are, because we have to look within ourselves to find out the essence of who we really are.
Exactly.
And it's not about things. It's about who we really are.
Exactly.
So, like I said, I think that, it's going to, it takes a lot. And everybody is not going to be woke up. Some people are just going to stay asleep.
And it's funny
but
that
you do have people. Go ahead.
It's
I'm
funny
sorry.
that you mentioned sleep, because as you seen my post on Facebook the other day, I said, what's the purpose of having eyes when you don't see, when
Exactly.
you're still blind? So like
Exactly.
you said, it's more than just about the chicken.
And the thing is that when, you have to think about it too, because when you say eyes that don't see, you're not talking about the physical eyes that's on our face. You're talking about what's within us, because you have to reach deep within. And a lot of people don't want to see what's within them. They won't even look in the mirror themselves. I do an affirmation every morning where I tell myself, I love me. You have people that can't even look at themselves and tell themselves in the mirror that. So it's so much more deeper, and the wounds have run so much. It's so deep. We have so many, so many things that's going on in the Black community that we need to address. And mental illness is one of the biggest ones, because it has to be something that would allow you to go out and to physically fight someone in a restaurant over something as simply as food. Is they don't have it, okay, they don't have it. Don't go back. Don't patronize their business anymore if they don't have what you want. If it's something that they do that I don't like, I don't patronize it.
Exactly.
And so, but like I said, but it's so much more deeper than that. And but like I said, a lot of the people are never going to wake up. Unfortunately, and stuff. And so we can talk till we're blue in the face, and they still won't understand. And then when you have some that will, but but as far as this year, you're right. I do agree with you 150% about the free advertisement, because it's definitely free advertisement.
Exactly.
It is. And the funny thing, just to add, just a caveat off that, let me tell you, I used to live in Houston, and my apartment complex was right across the street from a Popeye's Chicken. And when I went over there to look at the apartment, the manager goes, "Oh yeah, you know what? And every Tuesday, Popeye's Chicken has a Tuesday special." And it was like you get like 8 pieces of chicken, 2 sides, and a half a lemonade or sweet tea, or
so in order for
tea.
So the manager,
that
was a part of his selling point to you to get the apartment, because there was a Popeye's Chicken across the street.
Yeah, and the funny thing was, but you know what? But let me tell you something. The funny thing about that, there was never any fights. The lines, you're right. The lines were around the line, around the corner and stuff like that. Because in Houston traffic, baby girl, by the time you got home, you wanted to stop and buy something to eat.
Yeah.
Because on 45, it was crazy. But the line, but it was never anybody fighting or anything of that nature. At least I didn't see it. And I lived, like I said, I lived across the street from it. But you're right. I was like, but every Tuesday they would have that special. and everything. But like I said, yeah, but it is. It's just much deeper. It's much deeper than just something about food. It's so much more deeper than that. But I just wanted to call and just give you my little sip on it.
Well, thank you for sipping with me, honey. Thank you so much, Miss Wonder, for calling in from Texas. I appreciate you calling.
Not a problem, sweetheart. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. Yes, y'all, Miss Wanda made a very, very awesome point. It is more than just about the chicken, and that's what I was talking about on my Facebook page the other day. This is bigger than just chicken. This is basically taking you back, like I said, to the Willie Lynch days when he actually wrote the letter on how to, if you want to keep a slave mentally in slavery, you know, he wrote the rules down for the slave owners and stuff to keep you mentally enslaved. And he said it will work for over 300 years over. And it's still working today. It's still working today, y'all. Y'all, the mindset of a lot of people, it is crazy. And, you know, y'all need to, and the thing is about the Bible, I feel as though people need to read and come to their own understanding. I love going to church. But at the same time, I read and I come to my own understanding. I don't go there to see who got on what they're doing. I want to hear what the pastor have to say, and I go to church because I was raised up in church. But in reality, you have to. I'm gonna say this right here. When I go to church, a lot of the preachers, and my dad was a preacher, you know, and I had this conversation with him once before, you know, and I was like, Dad, I realized that a lot of times the different churches that we go to and visit and stuff, the preachers talk about the same stuff over and over again. Thou shalt not kill, adultery, you know, they talk about the same stuff. When are they going to get into the revelation part of the Bible? When are they going to get into the really deep stuff? And, you know, my dad really didn't get real deep into that with me. He just listened to what I was saying because he knew how my mind, you know, thinks and stuff. But I was like, I noticed that a lot of preachers don't preach about the revelation, the real deep parts, you know, that when you go down into the Bible and stuff, they just constantly stick to one thing and stuff. And it basically, I feel as though that they are catering to the older generation that's in the church, for the simple fact that the older generation is the one paying the tithes. The older generation is keeping the doors open. The older generation is keeping the lights on. But the new generation, we want to hear more than just the basics of what's going on, you know, in the world and stuff. We see that every day. It's time to get deeper. And ministers, if you have a calling on your life to whereas you're supposed to be teaching and preaching for God and stuff and talking about what's going on, then you need to actually do your calling to the extent of it doesn't matter if people like you or going to cater to you because of what they don't want to hear or want to hear. It's not about what people want to hear. It's about you telling the truth and you're teaching what's supposed to be taught and going deeper in what we supposed to be listening to and know, you know. Stop trying to feel as though that you need to patronize people and have likes. It's not about likes. It's about telling the truth. You have a calling for a reason. And I'm not talking about the ones that weren't called into the ministry and went to school for it just because they felt as though that they wanted to be a minister because they feel as though ministers get money. You know, I'm talking about the ones that actually called into the ministry, you know, that you have a job to do. And it's time to go deeper into it and get it done, you know, and stop worrying about who's going to leave the church. Because when you're telling the truth, people are going to listen, you know, and it might not be the ones that you felt as though that you wanted to listen to you, but people are going to listen. They're going to listen to the truth. And as you already know, I'm Miss Ssipp. You can sip on the taste of everything. I love telling the truth, and that's the way it is. So this Popeye's chicken, y'all need to reevaluate how y'all operating out there in this world, how y'all carrying yourself. We all have faults. But at the same time, like Ms. Wanda said, there's no reason for you to be going to somewhere, a fast food restaurant, and actually fighting. It's deeper than just the chicken. You know what I'm saying? You got other things going on. Okay. So now I want to go into this mother and daughter in Memphis was arrested for stealing crab legs. Okay, so I just wanted to, let y'all know about that. I'm not going to call their name, but I just wanted to say that because to me it was funny. Mother and daughter arrested for crab legs. I mean, hundreds of dollars of crab legs. And the mother was saying that she has a business and she does this and all this stuff. Okay, well, it doesn't matter what you do. You out there stealing. It doesn't matter what type of business. Y'all really need to get it together. There's no reason to be going out. And I wonder, was the mother doing this all alone? You know what I'm saying? Josh, what do you think about that? What do you think about this mother and daughter, out stealing crab legs?
Do you think that she was doing it all along?
Yeah, I think the mother actually taught the daughter that. I don't think that it was just overnight and, they said, hey, let's go get some crab legs because we're going to eat crab legs.
I'm sure this is habitual behavior for the mother. It's not something that she's new to or anything like that. I mean, stealing $100 worth of crab legs. Did it say where they stole them from?
Well, I think it was East Memphis.
Oh, okay. No, I mean, as far as was it what's...
No, it was a grocery store.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
Yes, it was a grocery store.
I mean... She must have wanted to impress somebody because stealing $100 worth of crab leg. Because to me, it's what do you get to gain from that? I mean, you're going to get caught, and if you do get caught, it's going to cost you a heck of a lot more than $100.
Exactly.
With all your legal costs that you incur, and bailing yourself out of jail and going through all that process. I mean, $100 worth of crab legs for what? Because you want to show off for your friends one night and invite everybody over for some crab legs?
Exactly.
No, and that speaks to some of the parents in this world and the decisions that they make, and now that child's life is going to be heavily influenced by that. And,
because both of them grown.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I feel as though the mother had something to do with the child even thinking like that.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, it goes down the line. I mean, the mother has set the example for the daughter. And she's just following that example, but you don't. That's just dangerous behavior to take your kids out when you plan on shoplifting, because it just puts the kids in a bad position. The kids don't deserve to be. But I mean, how old is it? Is she's a grown woman?
Yeah.
Oh, so her daughter.
The daughter is grown. The daughter is like 30, 40 something. Because I was looking at the pictures.
No, they both are on their way down then.
Yeah.
Because you're too old, especially the mother. I mean, I'm assuming the mother can't be that much older. I mean, I'm assuming she's in her 50s
like
or 60s.
50s,
but,
yes.
She's. I guess she's already wrote that chapter of her life, so that's what she's going to do at this point, is steal crab legs.
Exactly. And then it doesn't make any difference what type of business you have when the police catch you trying to talk your way out of stuff. They don't care.
Yeah, it's just embarrassing.
Exactly. And somebody called me yesterday and they was telling me that they was like, I was riding down the street and a female was walking real fast and she had a little girl. I ain't gonna say like two, but she was really, really small. He said a small baby. Was walking behind her. She was walking fast, leaving the child. So he hollered out the window and was like, hey, don't leave that child. Grab the child's hand. And she said, give me a ride. And so he was like, okay, well, I decided to give her a ride. And she asked to go by this shoe store. And she went in there, and he was sitting outside waiting for her, and she come out running with the baby in her hand, and the people ran out behind her and was like, stop it, she's stealing. And she jumped in the truck and was like, go, go, go.
Man turned into a getaway driver.
Exactly.
Why you can't give people rides, man? Nah.
Exactly. That was so sad. He said this lady actually had her baby in her arms. And he was like, I would have bought the child some shoes.
Yeah.
You know, if she'd asked, why is she got her baby in her arms, you know, going in the store to steal?
What he do? Did he kick her out the car?
Yeah, he kicked out the car. And he said, the female said, come on, told her baby, come on here before I have to shoot this.
It's not that serious. Jeez.
Exactly. But it just shows the way people mind frames are. It is so sad. It is so sad how people are. And then you include your kids in this type of mess.
Yeah. But there's a level of desperation out there in this world that some people, you know, it's hard to comprehend for some people, but some people tend to go to drastic measures to get things done. And, you know, it's not always the right way, but you know, some people just get so desperate sometimes that they're willing to do anything and risk, you know, facing
Everything.
the consequences. Yeah.
Yeah. And see, that's why, you know, I always used to focus on getting kids out the games and stuff like that, because I know a lot of times they caught up in situations because of how they was raised, whether the parent wasn't there or the parents was a bad influence. You know, a lot of times what they do is, you know, comes from what is around them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and it's also, I think, there is a big responsibility on the community and the family members and things like that. Because, you know, me growing up, I grew up in a small town in northeastern Michigan, or southeastern Michigan, excuse me. But there were gangs in my neighborhood, and, you know, there was definitely the opportunity to get involved in things that, you know, most kids shouldn't get involved in. But I always had a very strong familial base with my mother. And I mean, I was raised by a single mother, but, you know, I had my uncles, my aunts, my grandparents. I mean, they always made sure that, you know, we were loved and supported. And, you know, I really didn't seek any kind of acceptance outside of that with other people in the neighborhood. I mean, my brother, he was one, you know, my twin brother, we're kind of like, you know, he's the bad one, I'm the good one. Because he was the one getting in trouble, running the streets, having the cops come to the house, you know, dragging him behind and things like that. But it's a lot of the responsibility falls on the parents and then the people in the community and the family to help guide children, and definitely not put them in positions where they see the bad side and they think that's just what the normal activity is.
Yeah. And it's two different things that happen along the way that a lot of people don't help folks with the kids anymore. The one side of it is people are too big, grandparents too busy running the streets like the kids. You know, you got 50, 60-year-olds and stuff. They don't have time to take out you know, for their grandkids and stuff because they're busy in the streets trying to find a man and a woman or a woman. You know?
Yeah, they try to recapture their youth.
Exactly. When back in the day, you know, you had your grandparents, you had your father and the mother, whether they was in the same household or not, or just relatives, like you said, the aunts, the uncles, the cousins, everybody pitched in. Now people don't even want to help, but at the same time, the other side of it, a lot of times people don't want to help anymore because you got the people that's saying, don't say anything to my child. Don't tell my child what to do. So now they're like, well, you keep your child at home.
Yeah. I had an incident. Well, I wouldn't say an incident, but something that happened recently. I had my son over the weekend, and he has a little buddy of his who lives on the bottom floor of our building. And we live on the top. So every time, you know, my son is over there, he wants to go play with his buddy Daniel. And, you know, they're like best friends. They love, and Daniel's 2 years younger than my son. My son's 8, and he's 2 years younger than him. And he's a lot smaller. I mean, my son is, you know, he's a pretty decent sized 8-year-old, but Daniel he's a small little kid.
You're tall.
Yeah, but Daniel's a small kid. I mean, he's small. But, you know, they were playing, and I sent him downstairs. Because, you know, in my day, you just go to a friend's house and, you know, you really don't necessarily inform somebody that you're coming over. You
Yeah.
just run by the house, knock on the door.
Exactly.
And, if the kids can play, they can play. If not, mom will shoo you away. I mean, that's how it works.
Exactly.
Well, that's how it worked, when I was growing up. But I sent them downstairs, and they played down there for about an hour. And then I went to go pick him back up and picked him up. And then the mother sent me a text about an hour or so ago and was like, your son is just too physical with my son. And my son was screaming, and he was red, and your son had his hands around his throat. And I'm like, okay, were they fighting? Were they playing? What were they doing? And then my whole thing was like, why didn't you say something to me initially instead of waiting a couple hours after the fact and then acting like something's wrong with my kid? I mean, they're boys. They're going to play.
They're going to play.
They're going to play.
And that's how the smaller child gets stronger. That's how the smaller child gets stronger and stuff, by playing with the bigger kids.
Yeah. I was just, it kind of threw me because I was like, I just think if you're that concerned and it was that big of an issue, number one, you could have said something to my son. You know, you can say, hey, I don't want you playing with him like that. Two, you let me know. Three, send him home. Say, you need to go back upstairs.
Yeah.
And that's acceptable to me. But don't wait till 2 hours after the fact and it's like your son was choking my son, and I was like, I don't buy that.
And like you said, what she did was waited till you got there because she didn't know if it was okay to say something to your child. Say, hey, y'all stop that. Don't be so physical. Don't baby, don't hurt him now. People don't know if they can say that just because of the parents will sit there and argue with you. Or get mad if you say something to their child.
I'm not that type of person, and I assume that she knew I wasn't that type of person who would do something like that. And
some people can't assume and stuff because a lot of times, it have gotten to a point to where it's an arguing battle between two parents, all because the parent feel as though, well, you got your child over my house, and I can't say nothing to them. But so it's best being now. The way the generation is, it's best to be safe than sorry. But a lot of people feel as though being safe is you just keep your child at home. You know what I'm saying?
That's really the only way to do it.
Yeah, but I'm glad my brother and his wife, they knew that everybody knew in my family, you bring your child over my house, they're going to do what they're supposed to do. The kids loved me. When they got old enough, every child in my family, when they got old enough to dial a phone number, they was dialing my number, saying, can they come over there? Because I was the auntie and the big cousin with no kids, but I always did a lot of stuff with them. But I was the one that would whoop them.
People had a free pass back in my day and growing up. I mean, people in the neighborhood had a free pass to give you a whooping.
Yeah, but I wouldn't whoop. I just give them a spanking while they small, and
a little
then
bit of a discipline.
But when they grow up, I ain't have no more problems out of them.
Yeah. Well, you guys, keep them in line early, and it really sets the standard for them going forward.
Even with my my first husband, he had two boys when I met him. They was 5 and 7 when I met him. And I always had my nephew with me. So he was like 6. So they all was playing one day, and I had just met my, ex-husband and stuff, and I kept telling them, don't jump on the bed. And they kept on doing it. I said it twice. After twice, you finna get your butt whooped, So I spanked all 3 of them. And after that, I didn't have to worry about it. Like, when he got home, I told him, look, I spanked your boys. I told them don't play on the bed, and they kept playing. So he was like, oh, okay. But after that, it's like the kids, they in their 20s now, and they still love me, But I gave them probably their first and only whooping because their mama and dad didn't whoop. But I never had no more problems out of them. When I give, how the parents back in the day, they give you that look.
Oh, yeah.
I give kids that look.
Yeah. I got that look plenty of times.
That's how my mom is.
No, you just know. You just know when you were in trouble. And you're just like, oh, man, there's the look.
Exactly.
There's the look.
Yeah, my mama used to give me that look, like, out in public, when she said don't do something and you do it anyway. She give you that look like...
Yeah, I think I've got my son...
That I would choke you look.
Yeah, I think my son has identified that look in me now, because, and I practice it, because it's more about not necessarily showing anger towards my son, but it's about kind of instilling that fear in him.
Yeah.
Like, because I very rarely will lose my temper with my son, and I try to keep things even keeled and not too. I try not to get overexcited because I want him to see that it's easy, or not easy, but it's simple enough to handle your emotions without kind of blowing your top. Because his mother is a little bit more emotional than I am, so she's a little more prone to yelling and raising her voice at him. But I try not to do that. Because I want him to see that you don't have to get too upset. You don't have to get angry. You can, have a kind of calm discussion with somebody. But I'll give him that look sometimes, and I kind of buck up my shoulders a little bit. And he's just like, oh no, oh no. And I'm like, you know what's happening. You know what's happening.
Exactly. So right now we're going to take another break, y'all. But y'all are listening to Ssipp on Radio. The call-in number is 404-603-8770. I would love to hear y'all opinions on everything. For it's the chicken, the McDonald's salads. Come on and sit with me, y'all.
Just gonna let a few minutes of this play, and then we'll bring it back because we got like 4 minutes. Okay. So I'm gonna let a couple minutes of this play and bring it on and wrap.
Okay. Have we played Iva song?
This is playing right now.
Okay. Yeah, this is Iva Foster that's playing. Hopefully y'all can hear it too. Ava Foster, she will be singing in my stage play. What's up, y'all? This is your girl, Rosita, a.k.a. Miss Ssipp with Ssipp on Radio. And, y'all, that was Miss Gospel singer Iva Foster. And she is doing an amazing job. She is all over. Right now, I think she's in Germany. But she will be singing also in my stage play when I do my play. So, y'all make sure that y'all look her up on Instagram at Iva, I-V-A-F-O-S-T-E-R, Iva Foster. And amazing. That was her song, so amazing. And trust me, her voice, it was truly amazing. Beautiful voice. I love the song. And I will have her calling in again real soon. And going to have her singing live Okay, because she done called in one time to the radio station a couple of weeks ago. So I'm going to have her singing live on the radio. Y'all would definitely love this lady voice. Okay, so I have Mr. Brother Ware on the line. Hi, Mr. Ware.
Hello, how you doing?
I am so good. How are you?
Enjoyed your program.
Thank you so
I
much.
just wanted to, I ain't come in on no chicken because I'm trying to leave meat alone. And I ain't come in on children because I done raised mine. And I was a blended family. But long as the daddy wanted to see the child, he can meet her at my wife's mother's house, but not mine. I didn't have no problem with it, and she kept her dad last name, and I didn't have a problem with it, and I raised all 5 of them right in the house. But what I do want to come in on what you said about the preachers. You're right that you said your dad, you were saying that the preachers, what you have today have changed, and because I've been in the ministry for a while, they now have, people don't want to hear the word. They want to hear a motivational sermon. So they done got away from preaching the gospel to taking something from the Bible and using it to motivate you. And that's what makes you popular. And that's what people are doing today. So I just wanted to come in on that part. And I enjoyed the show. But that is stupidity on that chicken. Ain't nothing but promotion. Free promotion.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Ware.
I can't come to your 5K, but I will be at your bowling.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your support, and thank you so much for calling in, Brother Ware. Yeah, this is Rosita Cooper, a.k.a. Miss Ssipp with Ssipp on Radio, and that was Brother Ware. His show is on Friday, so y'all make sure that y'all check him out. Josh, do you know exactly what time his shows is?
No, not exactly.
I wish I would have asked him, but y'all make sure y'all tune in every Wednesday from 11 to 12 with Ssipp on Radio. Make sure that you call in and sip on something with me. And peace and love, everybody. Peace.
On days, and I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day.
Dish TV is better than cable TV. Why? Because you can save 45% on packages compared to your high price.